Hi guys, Rod from Think Bensonium here, and today's thought is on those provocative words, the enemy of the people. So on the 4th of November 2016, the Daily Mail ran with their front page headline, Enemy of the People. The context was a High Court ruling which stated that the government must seek parliamentary approval to give notice of Brexit. The enemy of the people is certainly a term loaded with dark history. Obviously, it has been used by many a fascist regime when liquidating certain people groups. On a more academic note, if you want to extend the term, as the Daily Mail did, using it more broadly, then what sort of modern entity would qualify as an enemy of the people? Well, an enemy is someone who actively opposes your well-being. So using this logic, an enemy of the people must be an entity or individual who has the power to cause harm to a society. This means that obviously most individuals cannot be enemies of the people, no matter how wicked they are, simply because their sphere of influence is limited to their immediate circle of acquaintances. Therefore, to be an enemy of the people, your scope of influence must reach the whole, or at least a large part, of society. While I guess there are a few high-profile celebrities who might fit this criterion, the other two obvious contenders are the media and the government. As already stated, history is littered with governments who have adopted fascism or totalitarianism. In so doing, they have become an enemy of the people who suffer under their rule. So let's not focus on this. Let's instead turn our focus to a less obvious contender, the media. It might be argued that the media only deals in publishing words. So as the saying goes, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me, would mean that the media can never really be an enemy of the people. However, a person's actions, character and well-being are strongly influenced by what they believe. If someone can convince you that the world is full of scary monsters who would eat you up as soon as you step out your house, then that person would definitely affect your well-being negatively, because now you're too terrified to leave the safety of your home. That person can be rightly called your enemy, even though they have done nothing physical against you. You see, how we live our lives is very largely influenced by the various truth paradigms and narratives we believe. Because the media day in and day out are publishing material that can alter these narratives, and the media's overall reach is a majority of people, in any given society, if a media outlet spreads lies about something, and those lies become embedded in the collective consciousness of a large group of individuals, then these individuals are very likely to act against their own interests and well-being because they no longer have access to truthful and reliable information on which to base their actions. We have witnessed this phenomenon very powerfully in the USA, where media outlets such as Fox News have become a propaganda machine for Donald Trump and his toxic version of the Republican Party. However, a much more recent example surely has to be the scandal surrounding Meghan and Harry that broke this week on the Oprah Winfrey Show. After watching the full interview, my overall thought about the whole sorry affair was this: when are we as a civilization going to banish the gutter press to the dustbin of history where it rightly belongs? Why do people continue to buy such papers, thus keeping disgusting media operations such as the Daily Mail and the Sun in business? It is fascinating to see how once again the media have manipulated the narrative to be all about Meghan and Harry's betrayal of the royal family, or, if you prefer, the terrible treatment of the royal family towards Meghan and Harry. The choice of narrative is yours. Yet surely the most obvious thing that stood out in the interview is just how horrible and racist some sections of the British media are. Yet as always, they shift the negative attention away from themselves because they are the ones who create a false narrative that too many people blindly swallow. The fallout from the interview reminds me very much of what happened when Princess Diana lost her life due to the tabloid press chasing her car, causing it to crash inside a French tunnel. Immediately after her death, some people were finally asking the obvious question of what purpose do tabloids and their paparazzi serve? Yet within a couple of days, the media had managed to shift the public's anger from themselves to the Queen, because the Queen took about a week before making a public statement on the death of Diana. The reason for the delay, which she publicly stated at the time, was she wanted some privacy to focus on her bereaving family. Now, to clarify, I'm not suggesting that the royal family or Meghan and Harry are blameless in all of this. Given everyone involved is a fallen human being, then as with all of us, when a major rift occurs, blame can usually be apportioned to all parties. Although given none of us can ever know the full truth, it is best not to judge or speculate. However, to consider this sorry affair as just an issue between Meghan, Harry and the royal family is to miss the glaring obvious truth that once again the media's behaviour has brought so much pain and suffering to individuals its billionaire owners and their media hacks have chosen to target. Look, I honestly hope I live to see the day when the spell of the Murdoch and other media Lord Barons press is broken. It would be so wonderful if, like they have in Liverpool, the whole of the United Kingdom could boycott the Sun newspaper and other such toilet paper media rags. The constant misinformation and malicious gossip they spread is like a slow-release toxin into the very body politic of our society. It is ironic that rags like the Daily Mail called judges who were rightly defending the sovereignty of an elected parliament against the cronyism of a narrow set of MPs as the enemy of the people. My view is these papers should be careful what accusations they so readily spew out of their pages, because they might just be making accusations that in the full light of day will very much stick to their own behaviour. Okay, so that is the end of my thought experiment for this week. If you like this video, please do hit the like key below, and if you want to see more of my content, then please do subscribe to this channel by hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification key if you want to be notified of when I release new videos. Until next time, I hope your body and mind are in a good place. Bye for now.